Hey DIYers, and welcome to another episode of Help Me. So I had a user request some help with lazy loading, and there's a lot of plugins out there that kind of do it. A lot of them do it with HTML by default, but I think a lot of them can be configured to work with PHP. But I just wanted to kind of do a really simple demo just to kind of give you, just kind of the overarching look of kind of what it would look like to lazy load from like a PHP file. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to do new file. We're going to save. We're going to call this index.html, and we'll create another new file. We're going to call this images.php. So now we have a PHP file. Set that up. And then the first thing we need to do is create an array. So we're going to do images equal to array. Oh, capitalize that Y by accident. So we're going to say image1.jpg. And so I'm not even going to do the path. I'm just going to do the image name. 2.jpg, image 3. Oops, forgot my quotes. Image 3.jpg. Image 4.jpg and image 5.jpg. Right? Alright, so now we have an array. That's all we're gonna do there for the moment. I'm gonna do HTML boiler. I'm just gonna do a really simple web page here, nothing too crazy. Let's get rid of this, get rid of that. We'll need jQuery, so we'll leave that. All this can go away. So all I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a UL. We're going to call this ID is equal to images. Alright? Now we're going to do a button. We're going to call this get more images button. Oops. Alright. So now let's jump down here. We're going to do a little script action here. Close that script tag. Okay, then let's create an anonymous function. Oops. Function. Boom. That should do it. Alright, so now when it's ready, we're going to run some code. So we're going to do $.AJAX. Actually, we're not, yeah, that's fine. Do that. Boom, and then we're going to do done. Function. Boom. That should do it. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and do URL. I'm sorry, not URL. We're going to do method. Doesn't really matter what post. And we're going to do URL is equal to something. And then we're going to do data is equal to something. Length is equal to whatever this is going to be. And we're going to say console.log our response. Oops, that's not what we wanted. We forgot to bring in our response. Okay, there we go. Good. Alright, so now we're going to do a... I did not assign. So let's go to this ID get more. Alright. So we're going to say $, get more. Click. Function. Boom. We're going to move this down below all that because I want this to be what triggers that initial load. This was a mistake. Hold on. Whoa. I just wanted to bring these up here. Okay, and then I wanted to do that. Okay, now we got it. The URL is just going to be images.php. The length is going to be something we get here shortly. So we're going to say var length. Now we're say length is equal to $, images. So we're going to do images li dot length, I believe. Let's test that real quick before that starts trying to do anything. Length, I believe that's right. Kind of a silly thing to waste any time on, but don't want to waste too much time. Let's check our inspector here real quick, and then we're going to hit get more images. Yep, all right, cool. Q. Let's uncomment that. So length is actually going to be equal to length. Well, I think I just need to, well, that was not a good idea. We'll say item length. Because, you know, typically it's not an issue, but that one time you're going to spend a bunch of time trying to figure out why something's not working, and it's because you used a variable that was the same as the property attribute. So that should be all we really need for the moment. There's going to be some things that need to happen to take a response and add it to images, but for now, this should do it on this side. So let's jump over here. So now that we're here, all we're going to do is we're going to return. Is it return? It's probably not going to be return. It's probably going to be echo $images, and then we're going to say $length, right? And where are we getting length from? Well, we got to get that from our post. So we're going to say $length is equal to $underscore post, and we're going to get length. This is extremely simplified, but what this is going to do is it's going to get the length property that we sent, which is checking the length of the UL, how many LIs are in the UL. And what it's going to do is it's going to pass that number. So if it's 0, it's going to pass 0. So the 0 object in our array is this one. And then the next one will be 1. And then it'll be this one. And the next one will be 2, because these are 0-based. Which will be this one. And this next will be 3, which will be this one. And next will be 4. So we'll have 4. We'll have 5 images. And each time it's going to just return that one image. Now, like I said, this is an extremely simplified version of what we're trying to do here, but stay with me. So now, what we should see, we will open this up, check our console, and we should get image number 1, basically. So let's go ahead and reload, get image number 1. Boom, done. All right. So that was simple enough. So we're going to say now, $images, images dot append, and then we're going to say list item, and then var list item is going to be equal to li, close that li, image source is equal to images, single quotes there, images slash that, and then now we are actually going to do this, and then we're going to say response. So now this will show a broken image because I haven't put any images in there, but if we do this, li should get a broken image. Look at that. Now we have a broken image in there, which is good. So now let's quickly jump in here, new folder, images, and then I'm literally just going to go, well, actually, let's bounce back real quick. Let's bounce back into display, images, projects, and look at that, we got 5 projects already lined up. So we're going to do copy, and we're going to slide back over here to lazy loader, images, and then we're going to paste those 5 items, and then we're just going to call them, oh, well, if it would stop doing that, Why does it keep doing that? Man, it's getting frustrating. Image 4, image 1, image 2, not images, just image, image 3, image 5. Alright, so now when I reload this page, oh, well, I lied. That is not going to work. Why is that not working? Why is that not working? Oh, because I put it in the wrong spot. That's why. So let's jump back to our code real quick. So you see, this is actually done. It's not going anywhere from here. I need to move this thing that breaks our string inside of this. Now let's try it. Boom, there you go, one image. Image number 1. Okay. So now it should move on to image number 2, and image number 3, and image number 4, and image number 5. And then you're going to start getting broken images because we didn't really do anything here, right? So let's console log out what that last response is, right? Response. Now let's take a look. Spec element. So just so we can see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the 6th one looks like? We're getting a forbidden. That's weird. So it's blank, basically. So what we're going to do is we're going to say if response is not equal to blank, do this. And we'll just throw an else in there just to give the user a warning. It says, hey, we'll say alert, no more images. Now, if we reload, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no more images. Dang it. All right. So that's it. That is like a really simple showcase of how you would do that. Now, let's change gears here a little bit. Let's do this a little bit differently. So let's, this time, we are going to do this a little bit differently. Let's go ahead and change this to, we're going to rename this to index 2 in theory. That's weird. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to add a new file to this. We're going to call it the new index. Index.html. We're going to do the HTML boiler. Get rid of this script. Get rid of all this. Again. Alright. So this one's going to be very similar. UL. ID is equal to images. And we're going to say, what are we going to say? UL is equal to images, and then we're going to do a button. Equals get more. Now I could have used the same one, but I want to have both available in the repo. Alright, so now we're not going to put images in there now. I am going to change, so I'm going to save this one as images 2 now. Images2.php instead of our PHP document. Oops. Alright, which this isn't even necessary anymore. I think in 5 you started not having to put the closing one. So this one is a little bit different. So now that we have that, we're going to do this a little bit differently. We're actually going to try, my freaking Mac Pro has been freaking out on me lately, so we're going to try and connect to a database here, and then I'll show you guys how to. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and open up WebStart here. Now we're going to jump into PHP MyAdmin. Typically don't like to work with this, but part of the problem with my MAMP Pro is that I cannot connect with SQL Pro. I'm working with Absolute right now to try and figure it out. It has not been a pleasant experience to this point, but let's go ahead and create a new database. We're going to call it My Images. Create. Probably just use a default, and then we'll say images. Just need two, one for the ID, one for the image, because I'm not going to get into database structure here. ID int, that's right. ID, it's going to be int, default none, collation none, attributes none. We're going to do unique. Let's call it ID, that's fine. Auto increment, and we'll do image path is varchar 255. It's way too long. Don't ever do that. That's all good. All right, save. So now we have a database here. So we will connect to this database now. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and insert some stuff myself. Image1.jpg, image2.jpg, and go. So I'm gonna keep inserting. Image 3, image 4, image 5, image 6, image 7, .jpg, image 8, image 9, image 10.jpg, image 11.jpg, image 12.jpg. Go. Insert a few more. There's one more. Image 13. I want to see. Browse. Okay, we have 13. Okay, so I need 13 more. Image 14.jpg, image 15.jpg. All right. And go. All right, so now we have 15 rows, which is all really. So what we're going to do is we're going to script. Uh-oh. It makes images. That's not good. Hold on. I wonder what it is. Let's go. Okay, there's one of the images. I don't know. The first 9 images, the last 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Images. Go. All right. And they show all 10 looks like. Freaking 10. Jimmy 10. Okay. All right, so now we have all of our images in place here in the database. So now let's go connect to that database, shall we? All right, so first we're going to set up our connection. $connection is equal to MySQL I connect. And it's going to be localhost. It's going to be port 889. And the user is going to be root. And then the password is going to be root. And then the database is going to be called My Images, I believe. Okay. So now we should be connected. We're going to say if MySQL I connect error no. Then do this. Echo, you didn't connect. Dude. Now we're going to put space. Now we're going to concatenate MySQL I connect error, I believe. Everything's turning colors. That's a good thing. And so then now we're going to actually connect to the database. We're going to do MySQL I query, and it's going to be select all from, what did I call the table? Images. Images. Looks legit. Then we're going to say JSON encode. Results is equal to that. And we're going to try and JSON encode results. Oh, you know what I forgot is I think I need $connection there, and then that. I think that'll work. That should work. Okay, so let's grab our new index. Let's create our script here. We're going to say $function do. We're going to say boom, get more, dot click function, Edit. We're gonna say $.AJAX. Boom. Done. Function. Response. Boom. Alright. We're gonna say method is equal to post. We're gonna say URL is equal to images2.php. And we're gonna say, what's the last thing we need to do? We need to send the data. So the data is going to be our offset, right? All right. Now we're gonna say, oops. We're gonna say console log response. So now what I want to do is I just basically want to get back what I just connected to here. Oh, not here. Here. I'm gonna go ahead and close that one so I don't do that again. Okay. So in theory, if all went well, when I reload this, we should get, oh, did I not put any text in there? Oops. Get more images. We should get a list of all the images now, in theory. Let's see if we got it. Unexpected token. What? Did I forget something? I probably forgot something. What did I forget? What did I forget? Oh, I'm Dodo. I forgot my this is an object. Duh. Come on, Jason. Keep up. Let's try this again. You didn't connect, dude. Connection refused. Ruh-roh. Make this work right. Let me start by getting this a little bit bigger so you guys can actually read it. Alright, that's a good start. Okay. So we're going to say result is equal to MySQL canary. So we want to get a thing with everything. We want to return an array or a JSON encoded object of everything we pull from this result. So I think we're going to do $row equal to results. Oops, $results. Fetch array. I think it's MySQL soch. So basically, while there is a result, should my array is equal to I'm tripping. So this is basically just going to add that row to our array. So I'm going to go ahead and set this array. My array is equal to array. Alright, that works. So then we're going to just say echo JSON encode $my array. Okay, so now if we go to here, reload, get more images. Uh-oh. I broke it. How did I break it? What did I do wrong? Found the problem. Forgot a semicolon. Why didn't you guys tell me? Alright, so now we have a big old array of our images. So now the question is, what do we do next? Well, that's actually fairly simple, luckily. So we're going to say offset is equal to, I believe I can do inside. Actually, let's just do it the right way. $, well, actually, no, so it'll be $, off. I'm going to say space limit 5. Okay. So now we need to set the off variable. $off is equal to $_post offset. Alright, that should take care of it. Now, let's jump back over to index real quick. Make sure that we're doing everything we're supposed to do. Yep, offset. It's going through just fine as a post to image 2. That looks like, so in theory now that this is all saved, let's save this. Theory now, if I reload this, we should only get the first 5 images. Dang it, I broke it again. Why did I break it? What did I do? That looks right. That looks right. I'm sure that's what broke it. Alright, let's do this. Let's see if we can't do. I think there's a way to do this, and then $off, and that, and limit 5. Let's try that. Just because I know these queries can be really finicky. Let's try that. Ugh. Maybe I have it in the wrong order. That's very possible. I'm good at fucking up the order. Let's try this. Another 500 is looking like. The F is happening here, people. Alright, so then. Can't beat him. From images, limit 5, offset off. Let's take that and we'll just get rid of this. $sign query. Let's try that, shall we? Haha! Now we have 5. Digging it. Alright. Now we got it going here. So basically what was happening was the MySQL and all the PDO, all that, their query strings are very, very touchy. So you start throwing a bunch of variables and trying to chop it up, it just doesn't work that well. So if you're running that issue, create a variable, call it query, call it whatever you want, then build your string there, your query string. So here I just had a really basic string and then added off to the end of it. Now it's a string, and there's no weird things happening within it, and I'm just passing it directly into there. That's probably safer, to be honest. Anyways, just do that. So let's go ahead and bounce back. Okay, so what we gotta do now is we need to do object is equal to $sign to parse JSON response. And we're gonna do for I is equal to 1 while I is less than object.length I plus plus. I think this actually has to be 0. Since arrays are 0 based, I think it needs to be 0. Okay. So then we're going to say for each one, we're going to var item is equal to boom li let's close it, li say image source single quotes images double quotes plus double quote. It's going to say object I dot item path. I think that should take care of it. Yeah, that's fine. Right, and then we're going to say $sign images dot append item. That should do it. That should do it. I mean, we're gonna have a bunch of broken images for the most part, but that should do it. So let's see what we get here. Boom, 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, undefined. That's not good. Object item path is correct, is it not? Their image is undefined. Console log object dot item path. Let's see what we get there. It's all undefined. How is that possible? Console log object. For frick's sake, what is going on? Oh. Yeah, well, that's fine. Ah. Dumb. Hold on. Bag it up. Bag up the truck. It's not item path, it's image path. You jackass. Now let's try it. Alright. So the next one should bring me to image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should get me images 6 through 10. Boom. And then 11 through 14. Well, yeah, that's fine. But it stops when it gets to the end, which is perfect. So let's demo this. Now I just duplicated the 5 images over and over again, so it's going to look like the same images over and over, but they're not, and I will show you in the code that they're not. So let's go ahead and get the first 5. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get the next 5. Boom, they look the exact same, but if you go in and dig in a little bit here, you're going to see that that is actually images 6. And this is images 7. So if we were to do it one more time, boom, we got another 5. And guess what? Images 12 through 15 through 14. So we're good. It works. And that is how you get through that. And that is how you append it to your image gallery or your unordered list. However you're going to do it, that's how you can do it. You can always use the append with any of the lists or galleries or divs. You can always append to an item. So, and you can also prepend. After a long, troublesome tutorial here, we are done. I hope this was helpful. I hope this kind of helped you guys wrap your head around how you can use PHP to feed data, and so you don't have to load a bunch of images all at once. If you guys have any questions or want more details, feel free to email me or reach out on the website or comment on this video. Thank you guys as always. Take care, DIYers.